I am debating if I want to record this in this format. This format meaning this format. This this format. Just got out of the shower with this marvelous hair. Oh my god. In the most naked kind of way. There's no makeup, there's no hair being done. I mean, yeah, of course I'm gonna do this. I haven't recorded anything since. Wow. Yeah, it must have been over a week now. And I haven't recorded anything on my own because I have had 3 people on my podcast. 3, 4 actually, because one of the episodes comes in the form of 2 people in one, 2 in 1. It seems like this idea that I had it's making its way into existence in a way I didn't imagine, I didn't see coming. I seem to have a little bit of an idea of what I would want it to be and how I want it to go, but it's got its own mind. Where am I at? Okay, so last thing I recorded on my own, I remember, was me talking about, oh my god, me talking about having to move. I don't know what says on this t-shirt. See, I don't have my earrings in to talk about my earrings today, so I'm gonna talk about my t-shirt that I have no clue what it talks about. Anyway, I am slowly emerging out of that dark night of the ego that I spoke about last time. It got worse. It just got worse because I think, I don't know if I'd mentioned it in the other episode that I had a month to move. It was not a month, it was 2 days. I was given a 2-day notice to bugger off. And of course, it's so interesting because the voice in my head that's talking about why would you have just 2 days notice to go is the voice of judgment. If anybody would tell me that, I would probably be like, you must have done something wrong, because that's the story that goes on in my head. I've done something wrong. I've been the one that's whatever and been kicked out, basically. I am not looking at it like that at all at the moment. I'm looking at it as, and even at the time, I knew, even though it didn't feel like it, I knew it was me pushing me. It was my greater side of me having enough of me playing small. Because, of course, now it's been over a week since I moved. And I can see it more and more how I needed that to get my gear into motion. And I haven't moved into a place of my own or somewhere that it's stable. I'm in a guest house. For a bit of background, it's called a guest house because I am in the UK. because I know the theme for a lot of people is Airbnb or whatever. Who calls a place to stay in a guest house? I do. And it's the best. It's the best for so many reasons. It's a place that I've been walking past here quite a bit and thinking to myself, I would love to get to stay in this house again. And I'm saying again because first time I moved to the UK, which was in 2008, me and my ex-husband stayed in this same guest house for about a week until we found somewhere to live more permanent. And to me, it's just mind-blowing how I was telling myself I would love to live here, or to just not live, to spend some time in this place. And also full circle from where it started, from where this journey of mine started, of traveling to other countries, because it seems to be a theme for me. So I'm in this place until Sunday morning, and there's some magic that's going on with these people that own this place. They are just the best. I mean, I don't know what words to use to describe their kindness and generosity. and yeah, how welcoming they've been with me and accommodating to my needs. That's a bit about that. Now, as I was taking a shower, I was thinking, I seem to be making quite a few of these. And what I committed to was posting one once a week. And now I'm looking, I've got like a whole backlog of scheduled episodes, like so, up until the end of July. What are we now? End of June. No, not even. We're the 20th of June today. As I'm recording this is the 20th of June. And this is gonna come out in August. Unless if I change my mind and decide to have them like twice a week. And as I'm saying that, I'm thinking maybe one of them could be this, me talking to myself, like my literal self. And another one could be me talking to myself from the other side of the screen. So having guests on. That's a brilliant idea, actually. The one little fear that I had with it is, especially when I started this, like right at the beginning, and even now as I was taking a shower, I was thinking, do I want to commit to that? Do I want to commit to 2 a week? Am I going to be able to have a guest every week, and doing one of these for myself as well? While I seem to be integrating myself in the 3D world yet again, which, oh, my hands have come to talk. Haven't done it so far. It's been a while. It's been like 6 minutes since I'm recording, and I haven't got my hands out to talk. So, besides the fear of running out of ideas, of running out of guests, which is the limitation that apparently I put onto myself. It's not apparent, it's a thing. It's a story. It's a story that I tell myself, that I might run out of ideas to talk about, or people to have as guests for conversation. So besides that, the fact that I am starting a job as a normal person, as a normal person with a 9 to 5 job, it just blows my mind somewhat that most of the spiritual community, most of the people in the spiritual community are going through this phase of leaving the 9 to 5 job and starting their own thing and going and doing their own magic into the world. And I am here reintegrating into that realm. And I understand why it's happening. Because I've asked myself, why is this happening? And it is because it's a part of me that I need to integrate, that I need to accept, because it feels like part of my life once I started waking up to whatever else is going on into the world was, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this kind of world. I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to have normal friends. I don't want to mingle with people to the extent of spending my time on my own, most of it, and not going places and being very selective of who I spend my time with, which is not a bad thing after all, but also looking at it now, I know it has that little bit of I am better than all the other people. I am better than the people that go and do a 9 to 5 job. I am better than I don't know, even though consciously and analytically, just talking it out loud, I know that's not true. I know that I'm not better than anybody else. I am the same, not the same either. Just different. Just different. I am no better than anybody, no worse than anybody else. Just different. But there has been that little part of me that's like, I can't go and do that job. I can't go and integrate into this world because I'm not part of that world. But then life and world and God is that too. And I feel like this is why I'm here. This is why I'm in this town again. This is why I'm at this stage of my life again, because I need to learn to integrate that part. And to, okay, seriously, it's humbled me big time. It has completely, he's shown me another part of myself that I wasn't that aware of or didn't want to look at. And that was that. I need some water, that I cannot participate in this world in the way that everybody else does. And I feel like I have fallen down the trap of, maybe it's not falling down the trap of, it's part of evolution and growth. The second, the second stage of, is it the second stage of enlightenment? I don't know, second stage of what it is, but it's that one of by me, that I create my reality fully. It's me that's in charge. Me as the ego, me as my higher self, whatever. And more lately, this is what's coming up. This is what I'm figuring out from what's happening in my life and the situations that I've put myself into, that I don't have as much control as I thought I did. And by the way, mentioning the word control, this is what I've learned from my move, from being asked to move away, that as much as I feel like I'm working with letting go and surrendering to the flow of life, there's a big part of me that's still wanting to have control of how things show up and where they come from. And I have had my flashlight of awareness placed onto this part for so long. Only now it's become more and more obvious. It's not, it's like I am looking at it, I can see it, I know it's there, but I'm not doing anything to change it. So now life is, I am just gonna rip everything from under your feet. Pull the rug from under your feet. You can fall flat on your face, flat on your ass, I don't care. Just to prove to you that you are not in control. And I totally believe that I do have an input, and all of us do, into creating this reality for ourselves. But it's not just us. It's not just me. It's not just you over the road there. It's not just you over there watching. It's not just us as human beings. It's us as co-creators with this energy that flows through, with this thing that keeps me moving. And I have felt it. I have felt it, this idea that it's who's doing this, who's making me move, what's making me move, what's making me speak. Because it's not like I'm sitting here thinking, you neuron over there in my brain, move my hand this way. I am not commanding any of it. It just happens on its own. And Scott is one of the people that has said this many times. What's doing this? Who's moving my body? And this week I felt it intensely. That idea, I really felt it within myself, of what is moving my body through space and time. Because of sleepless nights and waking up early one day, and knowing that I have to be in a certain place at a certain time, and having to move my body through time and space. And as much as I was tired and feeling like, oh, I really don't want to get out of bed, I got out of bed, I got dressed, I got ready, I was moving, walking towards the bus station, because that's where I had to go. Go to the bus station to catch a bus to go to London. So as I was walking and feeling the tiredness in my system, I was like, who's doing this? Like, I felt it so on another kind of level, on a deeper level of my body, of my consciousness, of whatever, of something else is moving me. It's not me that's doing it. So where does that go in all this circle that I'm on about? And of course, I had to tap my little mic. Bam. I don't know if I'm speaking too close enough to it, but anyway. So where does this all go back into the circle of what I'm talking about in here? I am not creating my life just me. It's not just me in charge of it. It's a co-creative process. There's a certain flow, there's a certain current of life that happens, that I sometimes tap into and go with, sometimes not. Sometimes I have a lot of resistance, and that's where control comes in. Me wanting to have things a certain way, and they're like, not happening. the story for me would be, I really want stability in my life. I want somewhere to feel safe and secure. The three S's: safe, stable, and secure. And I've wanted to feel this, oh my God, for, in all fairness, if I look at it deeper, the deeper I look at it, the more I understand that it's been for, wow, over a year now. That need of stability and security and safety. And there's a part of me that knows that it's not something that I can acquire externally if I don't know how to work with it internally and feel it within myself. And this is the fun that life, the life current and the universe, God does. Oh, you want to feel that? You want to feel stable and secure and safe? I shall put you in all the circumstances where you're going to feel the opposite of it, to learn to develop that within yourself. And I am not sure where I've seen this first. Where, wow, was it Morgan Freeman? Maybe not. Maybe somebody else. Just talking about this in particular, this thing in particular, of you want to have more courage. Do you think God is going to give you courage? No. God is going to give you situations where you're going to be forced to have courage. Do you want more, I don't know, stability, right? In my case, do you think God is going to give you that stability? No, it's going to give you chances to prove that stability, to work with that stability within yourself. And I really resonated with it. It really had, it had a something going on inside of me. I don't know if I mentioned this in one of the other episodes. If it doesn't resonate with me within my body in any way, it's not my truth. I don't take it as truth. And the more I come across things, the more I experience things and feel them within my body, the more I know it's my guidance, it's my intuition, it's my gut feeling, whatever you want to call it. So where did I start this? I don't know, I'm getting distracted as ever by the view in front of me, because right now I have a much better view than what I had before. I have learned to accept even more the giving that other people are giving, the giving part, the receiving part, because I have been a giver all throughout my life. Only it has maybe rarely been out of the fullness of my cup. It's been out of the martyr energy, most of it, or the wanting to gain something out of it, so given to get back. And most recently, it's so fun. It's so fun how life works. I have been telling myself that I'm open to receiving. I'm open to receiving whatever I'm ready to receive right now, in the form of people and opportunities, money, whatever. And it hasn't actually clicked up until now, when I was just speaking it, that's what's been happening. I have been receiving. I've been receiving everything in any form, shape, and size that you can think of, in the form of kindness from people, in the form of money, in the form of propositions, opportunities. I have been receiving. I have also been receiving the other end of the stick, because that's receiving too. The lesson of the control, the lesson of receiving, even that, because that's a lesson for me, of opening my heart and being humbled, or being humble. The gratitude, the whole of it. Even to the point of being in the bus on my way back home from my trip to London, and thinking, what do I have to give? Because I've been receiving so much lately. What is it that I can give? What parts of me And I seriously thought, I don't have anything to give. Like a little bit of that energy, I can't think of anything except my heart, except my energy, except my love that resides inside of me. So I actually done that in the bus. I closed my eyes, put my meditation music on my headphones, and went within and tapped into the energy of my heart and expanding that and feeling the gratitude. And it got so intense and so cute. I could feel the gratitude for the people in the bus. I could feel the gratitude for the bus driver, and just love for everybody, for all the other little God selves that were in there at that time. Previous to this, without going into meditation or anything, when I was waiting in the bus station, I seem to have these moments quite a lot in crowded places where I have to wait. So that situation, bus station, others where it's happened probably twice now, in the airport. In the airport, where there's many people going about their day and traveling to different places, and I notice, I sit and I look. I love people watching. Absolutely love people watching. So I'll sit and watch and connect and do that thing of, what do I call it? Open focus. So relaxing, gently relaxing, going a little bit into alpha. And then my heart just explodes. My heart just feels this connection and this I am not alone thing. And I am the same as everybody else, because I spoke about being better, that God complex. And I think I've mentioned it before in one of my other episodes, besides today, of this God complex that I seem to have acquired throughout my life. And in those moments when I just feel very open-hearted and very full of gratitude, I just feel so much connection to all the people. And it's a weird sensation altogether, because it's happened many times in here too, where there's this place called the Prospect, and I love it so much. It's like higher up somewhere where you can see the view of the town and the river, and oh my god, it's so pretty. So pretty. So I like going there many times, and I think it was, I don't know, sometimes a few summers ago, where the same thing happened. I had a book and I went to read and sit there, and there were quite a few people, and there's this green space and people just gather there and have picnics and whatever. And I remember putting my book down and just looking around and having that boof, that heart-opening moment of, I am here. When you become extra present, and I think that's what happens. That's what happened in these experiences of mine, of whether in the bus or in the bus station or in the airport or in that place in particular. My heart just opens up, and I'm very extremely present in the moment, and I just feel the connection with all the people. And I love it when it happens, because it reminds me of, I really am not alone, and it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what people do. It doesn't matter what path they take. It doesn't matter what path I take. We're all here doing our thing, living our human existence, experience. We're all just here growing along the way. I don't know why this just came up, because one of the meditations that I've done, maybe a few weeks ago, something showed up which was very interesting to me. I'm in this group with 3 other ladies, and we meditate together sometimes, and it just amplifies the energy of the whole meditative process, the energy between us, and we just tap into each other and feel. We sometimes feel, we sometimes don't feel the connection between ourselves. And in one of these meditations, I remember seeing them 3. It's 4 of us. Did I say it's 4 of us? I remember seeing them 3, like we were all holding hands, And them, they just flew all the way up into the universe, into outer space, and I was being pulled down. And I thought, oh fuck, there's everybody else doing better than I do, and I am being pulled down. I can't hold the frequency. I can't raise the frequency. I can't connect with them because I'm obviously worse off or whatever. All those thoughts were going on in my head. And then connecting that with whatever's happening in my life right now and the steps that I'm taking and where the current of life is taking me, I understand that completely different now. I understand it as it's the part of the lesson that I'm learning. I am integrating all the knowledge that I've gained so far, all the light that I have brought into my body. I am bringing that into the earth. So it's not like it's a negative thing, a bad thing that's happened for me to see that they're ascending and I'm descending, because that was the thought that I had, that I'm, oh my god, they're just ascending and bringing so much light into the world, and there's me just going into a shithole because because that's what I thought. But no, I don't see it as that at all. It doesn't feel true, the fear thought, because that's the fear thought. The love thought is, I'm integrating all that I've learned and all that I've been given and all the light that it's poured through my body so far into the earth. I am learning to connect to all the parts of my body. And what I mean by that is, that's how I understood oneness way back when. That how can we all be one but still be individuals? One cell. I am a cell. I could be a finger cell. I can be a toe cell. I can be a nose cell. I can be a liver cell in a body, in the universe's body, in the God body, whatever. So it feels like right now I am learning to connect to all the cells in my body. So I'm learning to connect to all the other people. To what extent? I don't know. But I feel like this is what that vision has shown me. Just learning connection on other levels. And through it, more acceptance. Acceptance of myself and of everybody else. Because that's another part, the judgment part. So of course, when you have that complex of I am better, I am higher, I am whatever, it means that I see everybody else as worse off, or even judging upwards, putting people on pedestals, even that. It's like giving my power to them. So there's more acceptance of me, more acceptance of everybody else. And learning to appreciate that judgment when it shows up and to turn it into something else. I feel very excited. I feel excited about what's to come. Because all that is to come has already happened. And I have little glimpses here and there of it all. Of it all happening and all being okay. The little human self, little human me self that wants the stability and security, for example, I get glimpses of that, and it's not just in the form of vision, it's in the form of feeling. So I know I'm okay. I know we're all okay. I know everything works out. It's not like I believe it, I fucking know it. And I know that the next episode that I'm gonna record on my own, it's gonna be from that place of more stability and security within myself. And it being reflected externally. That's that. That's my saying. That's that. I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for listening, watching, tuning in. See you all next time.